When it comes to these gluttonous kings, these two are the top tier in their trade. Not counting King DD, he's the GOAT. King Rool, the commander of the Kremlings, versus King Pig, the leader of the pigs. I'm Fiction Fight, and this is Fiction Fight. He cheats, he steals, he cuts in line. He never does dishes, and it suits him fine. No, I'm not talking about the Donkey Kong Country cartoon, that is not canon. But King Rool is perfectly described by this. As his name suggests, he's the cruel commander of the Kremlin. Starting off physical-wise, this guy's an absolute giant compared to the Kongs. And considering the fact that Donkey Kong Mario's like 5 foot and DK's like 10 foot, Rool's gotta be huge. On top of that, you also gotta consider this guy's a professional boxer, jump to the point that the earth shakes, owns a gun that shoots giant cannonballs. What the frick are they doing to these characters? He also owns a boomerang crown, which don't ask me how the physics work on that one. That is absolutely, that doesn't make... His mere punches send shockwaves into the earth, and even slamming them to the ground can cause the entire place to shake. Running into somebody is enough to knock him dead. On top of that, he has a lot of mass weaponry, including cannonballs, weird poisonous gas, freezing gas, and other things that come out of the blunderbuss. He also has many different equipment, such as barrels, a jetpack, Kremlin copter, the K-Ruser, which is a flying thing that can... Hang on, why is the King version in a pirate ship, the pirate version in a flying airship, and the scientist version in a castle? These are completely not in the right order. The only one that is in the right order is the boxer version. Oh yeah, did I mention that he's also insane and does many different disguises? There was one of those times he dressed up as an Egyptian king for some reason in a game of baseball. Just a manic ruler with a lust for power. Picture this. You've been traveling thousands of miles across the sea. You find a new island inhabited by the friendly folk, welcoming you in open arms. What do? A. Discuss peaceful operations with them. B. Give them some of your gifts and try to help each other out. C. Invite them to your home to understand. D. Kidnap their unborn children and decide to eat them. This is Leonard, the king of the pigs. Leonard, after some trouble, would go on to pass a son who would be the most gluttonous, disgusting thing to ever rule in the 7 seas. His name would be King Pig. Technically, his name is King Smoothcheek, but King Pig himself is the main leader of the Piggy Kingdom, the main antagonist of the Angry Birds. Continuing with his father's rivalry, he's been stealing the eggs from the birds ever since their fateful day. King Pig obviously has a lot of potential to use. The guy is a lot. He can take straight up hits from any of the birds for days on end. He can survive rockets, giant explosions, pretty much anything you can think of. He's also known for his mad defense and his massive army, allowing them with many tools, whether it be from soda rockets, TNT, propellers, motors, anything you can think of, those pigs have it. Being able to construct massive cars and vehicles out of the simplest things of wood and stone, making giant castles out of the remaining mountains left from their wars. King Pig has been able to conquer and to take the edge time and time again, capturing the birds and only being stopped by the said birds. Yeah, the guy's also an idiot who doesn't value the safety of his minions at all. Kinda makes me wonder why there hasn't been an overthrow of the monarchy yet. Come to think of it, there's a lot of video game monarchies that should be overthrown. Looking at you, Peach. Oh, don't worry, your fiction fight's coming soon. King Pig's main problem is the fact that he's more of a defensive fighter. He doesn't really do any of the work, and rather has other people do stuff to him too. Rather than, let's say, making a giant mech to go and attack the birds, he instead has them doing the other pigs doing it themselves. And the only times he does get into a giant mech is when he does it in a non-canon crossover like in Angry Birds Transformer. He doesn't really do anything besides just sit around at an aircraft and order his pigs, and unfortunately, his only main thing is that he can say he's an excellent driver and is very, very, very durable. While K. Rool's a mad genius, with mad being the important part of it, there's nothing King Pig had that could have absolutely stopped him, since King Pig himself doesn't like doing any of the fighting, rather ordering his minions to do it, while K. Rool goes in and does it himself. And the issue is the fact that K. Rool cannot be stopped. Have you seen this guy? The winner is K. Rool.
Well, well, well.